investigating Bigfoot sightings in Idaho. We're up behind the Dworshak Reservoir. We're in the area because of the sightings and the vocalizations, and we found this old four-wheeler trail that has been blocked off by the Department of Natural Resources. So we thought we would hike back on it since they don't allow motorized vehicles on it anymore. And we got to this spot with all these snap-offs that are protected from larger trees from snow load. But all of these are snapped the same direction towards the old four-wheeler trail. So it makes you wonder if whatever snapped them is telling people not to go off the trail. And on the other side of the trail, there's this one snapped in the direction of the trail also. I don't know if there's any relation between Bigfoot, snap-off, and structures, but because there's so many people that do, we point them out when we're in a Bigfoot sighting hotspot, like these ones right here. But I thought, hey, that would be a nice way to get back into a more remote area. This entire area is, I consider, a remote place. But it makes the hiking a little bit easier in a place that they're not allowing motorized travel any longer. We haven't even hiked a mile, and we've come to where there's a tree over the trail, so they really didn't need to block it off. Mother Nature's already done that.
Or underneath it.
I know we were commenting that some of these four-wheeler tracks don't look very old, so this tree must have fallen over recently. It snapped right here at the base.
Look at it.
Which one?
This one.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at too. I don't know what type of a footprint that is right now. I'm trying to figure out the dimensions.
I don't know what that is.
That one right there potentially looks like the front paw of a bear. Big too. Yeah, we're in grizzly bear territory, not to mention a bigger population of black bears. There's already been 3 people in the state that we're in right now, Idaho. There's already been 3 people this year that have been attacked by grizzlies. And I know for sure one of them died. When the officials come back to investigate it, they found that the bear that killed the gentleman was protecting a moose carcass.
Oh, looky!
Oh, a frog! We've had a frog that's been ribbiting all night long right next to our camp. And it's funny, this morning a turkey come through our camp, got to the edge of our camp, and the turkey started clucking, and the clucking of the turkey got the frog to start ribbiting again.
Oh my gosh, he's just so cute.
We've seen herds of elk, lots and lots of deer. Jenny was just saying this morning that there's a healthy population of deer here. Down by the reservoir, the official pay campsites, everything's set up in trash containers or bear resistant. And stopping at places where there's muck and mud, seeing if we can find bear or Bigfoot tracks. That looks like another front paw of a bear right there. There's the toes and the business end and the hill down there at the bottom. I see some humanoid tracks in here. That's humanoid shaped. And then the one next to it is bear shaped. Makes me wonder if both of them are caused by a bear. See those, Jen?
Yeah.
And over there, I think a bear may have mucked around in this mud right here.
Maybe there was more water at one time and it was just getting a drink or something.
Yeah, that looks like a 10, 11 inch human sized track, that one right there, which is probably a bear's rear track. And then over there, a front paw. Okay, I know we're up here looking for Bigfoot, but in my opinion, the Bigfoot's eating the same thing the bear are. This is a Bigfoot sighting hotspot. The bear are in the area, so there's potentially what the Bigfoot needs to be here. There's been different canyons that we find Bigfoot and bear tracks in the same canyons.
Those trees look like they've all been bent over to make a little hovel thingy, but...
Yeah, almost like a little shelter. I keep noticing this trail that's been blocked off by officials to keep four-wheelers out. We keep on finding tree breaks that break in the direction of this trail. That's a good 11, maybe 12 feet up there. Maybe we heard a grouse up on the branch.
Yep, I think that's what happened.
Gosh, they're loud when they take off.
Oh my gosh, they're like thunder. That's ridiculous.
That scared you. Almost make you have a heart attack.
Something went through there. Oh. Is that a spade? I don't know.
It's hard to tell what it is.
It ran up through there. A couple different ones. One through there and one through there.
I heard running water down below us at one point, so animals would be coming up and down from that water and having to cross this makeshift trail we're on. Another tree blocking the trail. That one was uprooted from a major storm, I would guess. I just don't think Bigfoot's got the power to push a tree over that size, but you know, who knows? Maybe two of them, huh? If those snap-offs mean anything, there was a lot of sign that they don't like people on this trail. It's really quiet back here today. Walked in.
I didn't either.
That's something that we missed walking in. Looks like a bunch of hair got ripped out of a deer.
Well, that's just weird because we walked right past here.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have missed that.
Me either. Maybe that was at the point that we heard the grouse and we were looking up as we walked past.
No, I know where that was. It was by the puddle. I don't know.
An animal trail with a tree that's partially blocking it, so I'm just seeing what animals are still
Nothing big.
using it. Something mowed this baby sapling over.
Yeah, they did.
Coming from that direction.
Coming out this way.
Trying to see if it left tracks of what it is that mowed that over.
There's like 4 big... There's a frog!
There's a frog in there. Yep.
But there's 4 big, huge, deep footprints, like they tried to stop or they sprung up.
Nothing definitive. Wow, this forest is thick.
There's another frog.
That's your 3rd frog you found on this hike.
There's frogs everywhere. Holy, did you hear that?
Yeah. That don't sound like a baboon going, oh, 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 oh.
Weird.
An animal has dug into that rotting log. Termites, ants, grubs.
I've dug into those ones too.
I'll point at it again.
Up in there. 2 different places where something has dug that out.
I'm gonna see if I can tell what dug into it. What was that?
I swear, that's the second time that's happened.
Last time that happened, a grouse took off.
Well, no, I was looking at this tree and that twig, the whole branch of it just lifted up and moved to the side and flung it.
I saw some movement too. It was the sound that got my attention first, and I turned back and I could see movement.
Oh, yeah.
There it goes again. Something moving through the forest. Cannot see what it is. Wow, wow, stop, stop.
No.
Something just wood knocked.
I know, it's right here. It's moving alongside it.
I hear it up by you. Do you see anything? It's so thick in there. I heard it and saw its movement.
Look at the tree in front of you with all the little mushrooms on it. That is so neat. Right there in front of you. All spotted.
Down there.
There's a little spring down there.
Should we walk down to it? Something was parallel on us. We could hear it sometimes, see the movement, but couldn't make out what it was, and then it made a knocking sound at one point. Doesn't bother me, I'm making noise. Obviously it knew we were there if it was paralleling us.
And we were talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
It only stopped making noise when we stopped talking.
Our tactic isn't to belly crawl up to something. Our tactic is to act like non-threatening everyday hikers, and hopefully that makes something curious and bring it in closer for a look, and maybe we'll get a look at it. The only reason I'm making a mouth pop knocking noise is because it did it first.
Twice.
I heard it off to my left a little bit again, Jen. It's moved up ahead of us.
I think it just knows that. I mean, when we were not paying attention to it, it was moving through the forest really good on the side of us. But as soon as
I think some of the movement was to get our attention too.
You think?
That's how I felt. Come in close enough and made some movement, like flipping a branch or whatever it did.
It threw like a little stick at the branch that I was looking at.
And then after we were both on point, acknowledging it was there, it did the wood knock. I think the wood knock may have been captured on camera. It's gotten completely silent now.
I know.
In the direction that everything happened in. Alright, we're going to continue to look around for what made that noise. Footprints. If we find anything of interest, we'll put it at the end of the video. Keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching.